Have you been around? Have you done your share of coming down on different things that people do? Have you been aware? You got brothers and sisters who care about what's gonna happen to you in about a week from now. Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land that they're giving away when we all can live together. Said I'm talking about together now. Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land that they're giving away when we all can live together. Said I'm talking about together now. Did you pay your dues? Did you read the news this morning when the paper landed in your yard? Do you know their names? Can you play their games without losing track and coming down too hard? Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land that they're giving away when we all can live together. Said I'm talking about together now. Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land that they're giving away when we all live together. Yeah. You know I'll be standing by to help you if you're worried. No more sadness, no more sorrow, and no more sad times. Every day comes sunshine. Every day everybody laughing, walking together by the river, walking together and laughing. Everybody singing together. Everybody singing and laughing. Good time, good time, good time. Everybody, woo! Call on me. Yeah. Walking, singing, smiling, laughing, and digging each other. Everybody's happy together. Honey, there you know if you call me, call me, call me, call me, call me right into you, baby. Every day and day comes sunshine. Every day I'm gonna share the land with you.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. I smell something. It's the candles. Okay. By the way, if you haven't lit a candle, go light a candle for yourself and just really honor the light within you. All right. We are going to start off with a little contemplation this morning. And I think, Wes, can you turn me down just a little bit? I'm hearing a lot of feedback. Better? Better. Okay. Take a breath. Think about that candle that you lit for yourself. And welcome to everybody online this morning as well. Thank you for being here and breathing into our heart space, this beautiful, beautiful place of energy, wisdom, presence, and love. That candle that you lit is a representation of original spirit. Original spirit is harmony. It is beauty. It is truth. And everything that goes with ultimate reality. The universe is not divided against itself. We divide ourselves against the universe through our beliefs, our thoughts, our actions, where we don't see people and everything as one presence. one light, one love. So let's just move that out of our minds. It's what Emerson would call our bloated nothingness, these judgments and ideas that are so false that we have learned. They're not spiritual truth. Truth is, original spirit is harmony. It is beauty. It is love, peace, and grace. The universe, that one infinite, powerful mind that is our mind, is unified, never divided against itself. And so from this place of harmony, this place of unity, this place of shaping our minds and really focusing them on knowing the truth that we are all one. We are beautiful. We are whole. We are complete as we are right here, right now. For this understanding, this recognizing of the harmony of life, the harmony that resides within us, I am grateful. I also know that as my word is spoken, right here in this moment, my word goes into a universal law that is within each one of us. This universal law only knows how to create whatever I choose to speak into it. And so all that I have spoken is impressed into this law. It is done in mind, as everything is done in mind first, and then shows up in our life in the most beautiful ways if we're open to receiving it. So in this moment, breathe into your heart, allowing your heart to expand, your mind to expand, and to receive all the good. And so it is.
Home again, home again. One day I know I'll feel home again. Born again, born again. One day I know I'll feel strong again. Lift my head. Many times I've been told all this talk will make you old. So I close my eyes, look behind, moving on, moving on. I close my eyes, look behind, moving on. Lost again, lost again. One day I know our paths will cross again. Smile again, smile again. One day I hope to make you smile again, and I won't hide. Many times I've been told, speak your mind, just be bold. I close my eyes, look behind, moving on, moving on. I close my eyes, and the tears will clear. And then I feel no fear, I feel no weight. My path will remain straight. Home again, home again. One day I know I'll feel home again. Born again, born again. One day I know I'll feel strong again, and I won't hide, 'cause many times I've been told, speak your mind and just be bold. Moving on, I close my eyes, look behind, moving on.
Oh, thank you. Oh, well, I already started crying just in the invocation. And I've been crying all morning. Today is our annual AGM, annual general meeting. And it is also a time when I say goodbye to some people that have been so integral in me stepping into this position. And I would like to say Jim, our president, who has finished his term, Fred, our vice president, who has finished his term, Fran Korea, who has just been this incredible person who has done so much accounting for this center. She is also finishing with us today. So, and Carrie, well, she's kind of finishing, but not really finishing, because she's going to stay on as our recording secretary and as an adjunct member. Thank goodness. Thank you. But it's really bittersweet, because while there are new people coming on and it's exciting, it's also bittersweet for me, because I could not have stepped into this position. I could not have done what I've done in the last 6, maybe more months, 7, without the three of them. And so I would like us, first of all, today to acknowledge Jim and Fred and Fran, and thank you. Thank you. See, Jim's so smart because he's hiding behind the camera. He doesn't have to come out. Oh, so please join us upstairs at 1 p.m. for the meeting. I also invite you to consider filling out a stewardship form so that we can really hone in what our finances are going to look like for the next year. So those are out on the table. They're available online. Wednesday, our meditation group and Science of Mind study group continue. I got to just tell you, that Science of Mind study group, you guys rock. You're amazing. Even though we don't cover much, we cover a lot. Our conversations are so rich and deep around the science of mind. This Monday, that would be tomorrow, Soul of Money starts at 7 p.m. You can still sign up for it. Make sure you do that if you're going to sign up for it. You can do that in the bookstore. You can also do that online. Sunday, February 4th, that would be next Sunday. Love Your Vibe workshop with Elvira Hopper. You can sign up for that online. It's at 1 p.m. And then Jackie starts her 21-day detox of positively speaking on Saturday, February 10th to March 2nd. On February 13th, Rebecca Naylor is offering another free essential oils class. She is really knowledgeable. Oh my gosh, does she know a lot about essential oils and how to use them for your health and well-being. So check out Rebecca's class. It's free. And then we have lots of great Valentine's gift ideas, in case you didn't notice, in the Live Well store. Consider giving the gift that keeps on giving, because what you purchase goes to support the center, but what we have purchased from these incredible entrepreneurs and people that are very conscious, they're giving back to a number of charities locally and globally. So it is the gift that keeps on giving. And that is my announcements for this morning. And we're going to kick off the rest of the morning with This Little Light of Mine. So I invite you to stand up and sing. The words are in your program, so you can follow along. How many times did you play that at CSL Calgary?
Like every single week. Non-stop. Every week.
Every week. And can't you tell that he loves
never gets old.
Never. That's what he said to me. One time I said, no, we're not singing that song. I'm sick of it. He goes, no, it never gets old. But I know it never gets old because I saw Wesley on sound singing it. Oh, I am going to invite up here this morning our practitioner. She's an intern, and yet she's such a brilliant practitioner. She will soon be a practitioner. Lori Leckwold, brilliant woman. So come on up here, Lori.
Thank you. Okay, now that makes me want to tear up a little. Thank you. Yes, I'm Lori Leckwold, and I am a practitioner intern here at CSL Toronto. I want to welcome everybody here. I love looking out and seeing all these beautiful faces. I turn around when I sit here and I look and I say, this is brilliant. This space is full of loving energy, and I feel it right now. So today, our theme for this month is success. And I was digging through my Science of Mind books, and I found this one. And so many people have said that they've never seen this before. It's called Your Spiritual Power, and it's by Ernest Holmes. And I know I got it for a class, but it's probably not here. So maybe we need to get this one for our center. So, and the title of this is How to Live Successfully. Properly viewed, we are always successful in all things. That is, we always seem to experience the ideas which dominate our thoughts, regardless of what those ideas may be. They could be of accomplishment or a failure, it doesn't matter. For if we have had a fulfillment in our experience of what we have thought about most, then we have been successful. There is always a logical sequence of cause and effect. We cannot expect our experience to be different from the mental patterns we have established for it. We cannot be healthy if we constantly think of illness. Neither can we possess wealth if we let our thoughts dwell on poverty. There is a definite correlation between thought and experience which nothing can violate. To change an experience from bad to better, we change our thinking about the experience, establish thought patterns of what we want rather than what we don't want. Successful attainment of better experience in living depends on the manner in which we are able to manage our thinking. There we go. That's it. All right. So, when success, it doesn't mean that we always achieve what we want the first time around. And for me, that was taking my practitioner panels this past summer. And as Helen alluded, I'm still an intern. That means that my first go-round with these panels was not what one would conceive as a success. I struggled for a while with the idea that I had failed myself, that I had failed my teachers, that I had failed my classmates. And with the help of every practitioner in this space and with Helen's help, I see it differently. That experience was perfect for me in that moment, whether it felt like it or not. And we've all heard that thing where Thomas Edison tried to invent the light bulb and took 10,000 tries. He didn't fail 10,000 times. He tried and tried and tried. Every one of our musicians here, they practice and they practice and they practice. So just because something doesn't work the first time doesn't mean that you are diminished in any way, shape, or form, or that I am diminished in any way, shape, or form through a perceived failure. It's a success because you got to that place where you learned from it. I certainly did. I'm excited about taking my panels. I'm excited about becoming a practitioner, a licensed practitioner, because it's for me. And I'm grateful for this opportunity to speak with you about this today, because I'm finally ready to talk about that experience and how it's blessed me in ways that I never thought it would. And I'm grateful because I believe it's making me a stronger person. And in that, I know that I'm a success. And every person here is a success. And that is such a beautiful thing. I am grateful for each and every person who supported me in this journey. I am grateful for every lesson learned. And I am grateful for every failure, because it's what's making me a success. Thank you. So I love our affirmation this month, and I have this card sitting on my desk at work. This was a fantastic idea of being able to take it with us wherever we go. And I invite you all to feel this as we say this affirmation. I'm going to say it once, and then we'll say it together. I believe in myself, in my ability to succeed in all areas of my life. I invite you to join with me. I believe in myself and in my ability to succeed in all areas of my life. One more time. I believe in myself and in my ability to succeed in all areas of my life. And I invite everyone to feel grounded where they are right here and now. If you so choose, you can close your eyes and feel connected to this space. Take a deep, cleansing breath. And in this time and in this space, this beautiful, beautiful space, there is one thing present, and that is love. It's the divine energy that flows through this space and then through all present here. For each and every person is the divine manifested. Perfection, each person is love. And in this space, I know that through all of life's ups and downs, there is success. Whether it's attained on the first try or the 10,000th try. Success is our inherent nature as long as trying is our experience. I am grateful for this opportunity to try and to fail and to keep trying. For it colors this journey of life in such a beautiful way. And it is through this journey that I evolve, and each person here evolves and finds their joy, their light, and their love. And in this knowing that there is only love present, I am grateful for each and every person here that is sharing their love today. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. And with this knowing that love is all there is, I release these words to the law of mind, knowing that I and everyone here are a success. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Lori. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to turn it over to Aiden, who has an incredible new song. It is, I keep calling you exquisite. You are exquisite. And as Tom so brilliantly pointed out, as I was telling him about that you have this beautiful new song, he said, Aiden is aiding us on our spiritual journey. Not brilliant. You like that? I like it too. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Aiden.
This is a song I wrote, and it's called If It's Not Up to Us. Waiting on the rain to fall, waiting on the smoke to clear, sit and wait for a rainbow to appear, so you can face your fears, waiting for a sign to show, waiting for the moment you just know, waiting for the answers as the questions they've grown cold, and your heart's been growing old. What will make the dreamers is their courage to pull through. If it's not up to us, then who? Looking back at what we've done, looking back at who we have become, wondering how we got lost while we were living on the run, while we waited for the sun, wondering when the joke is through, wondering how or what to do, wondering how to live right in a world that's so cruel, where losing hope is nothing new. What will make the dreamers is their courage to pull through. If it's not up to us, if it's not up to us, if it's not up to us, then who?
Oh. She knows. Oh, Aiden. Thank you. She got me going this morning. Oh. And what's so amazing is I had not heard this song. I did not know the name of the song. I have written my talk, and there couldn't be a better lead-in than her song. Thank you. I'm going to use one of your lines. I wrote it down quickly. What will make dreamers is their courage to pull through. Oh my gosh, I am going to lose it, you guys. I'm going to totally lose it. Thank you. Oh, you know, all this month has been say yes to our personal success, and our success and how we see ourselves is as big as we are willing and open to seeing ourselves as. So earlier this week, on Monday, I drove to London, Ontario. Just clarifying, I did not drive to London, England. I drove to London. I stayed with a friend of mine who is head of the talent strategy management of the London Health Sciences Centre. What she does is she trains the leaders of the cardiac care unit, the pediatrics unit, the pulmonary unit, the however many units they have in hospitals. And she trains them in emotional intelligence and leadership. She has done a remarkable job over 15 years bringing emotional intelligence, heart math training, leadership training into a hospital setting. I was hired to teach a visioning workshop. So Tuesday morning, I did a 3.5-hour workshop with these leaders. What they were most grateful for, it was not about goal setting. It was not about envisioning, what are my goals going to be for 2018? It was around, who are you being called to step into? What are those qualities? And how am I going to express these qualities? I did not use the word spirit in a corporate setting, but basically insinuated, what are the qualities of spirit that you are being called to embody? So it was a wonderful, wonderful experience to see leaders go, oh my God, this is fantastic that I get to step into something bigger than what I thought I could be. One of the things one of the leaders said and was remarkable. She said, we don't see ourselves as a hospital. We see ourselves as a community. And we see the oneness in everyone, that we're all connected. So if I get sick, can you take me to that hospital, please? Because that's the kind of energy you want to be in. And that's coming from the top and filtering down. That's so beautiful. It was a delightful, delightful time. And such an incredible opportunity to see how leaders are actually stepping up in the world, especially in the corporate world. Really inspiring. And you know, we think we know who we are. We think we know who we're going to be when we're younger. And we're actually sometimes told who we're going to be, yes? If you had parents telling you what you were going to be. And yet, what I invite you to do is let go of all that stuff and step into a knowingness that everything inside of you that is spirit, that is spiritual truth, is waiting to bust out of you. But you know, in life, because we are told what we are or who we're going to be, and we create all these illusions of who we think we are, there's 4 levels of consciousness that we live at. First level is kind of like, if you know the 4 levels of consciousness, or 4 levels of consciousness, yeah. The unconscious incompetence, which I call level 1. Life happens to us. We are unconscious of our ability to change, and we often feel powerless and a victim, and we're in separation. We are in separation. We are not connected to who we are, and we're not connected in the world. The second level is life happens by us. That would be the conscious incompetence. Life happens by us. It's like, ooh, I have a little bit of control here. And I'm in control of my life, and I'm very attached to how my life is going to turn out. Because I'm the master. Yeah, that would be our ego. And when things don't work out quite the way we want, we end up feeling disappointed and disillusioned. And then, of course, we often can revert back to level 1. Life's just happening to me. I'm really not all that in control. And then there is when we get conscious of our competence. Woohoo! That's level 3. Life happens through us. And this is when we've surrendered control. We understand that there is a power for good in the universe and I can use it. Yes. If used. And this is often where people then give up. Okay, I'm surrendering. I'm embracing all of this. I know there's good in the universe, but it's just not happening for me. Why? So then we're back to level 1 again. But this is also the level where the rubber hits the road, where we have to continue doing our spiritual work. And this is up to us. And it's hard. Sometimes I'll admit it's hard. And yet, it is so worthwhile. Because in order to master anything, how many hours do you need? Yep, 10,000. So ask yourself, have I done 10,000 hours of spiritual practice? Some of you probably have. And some of you probably haven't. But this is what we have to do in order to get to level 4. And that is where we're just so unconsciously competent. It's where life happens as us. This is when we lay something before us and we put it out there. And then, because we know who we are, we have the faith that it's all happening in divine order. And we understand that everything that is necessary to bring our vision into fruition will happen. It must happen because we know who we are and we are living in unity and oneness and harmony and peace, and we recognize that everything shows up in divine timing, and everything that is showing up, we're equal to. And if we don't like what's happening, we know we have the power to change it. That's when we really know who we are, when we can live at that level 4 of unconscious competence, where it's so embodied in us. And that's the journey we're all on. I mean, I don't think anybody here is, not on that journey, or you wouldn't be here today. And that doesn't mean life doesn't happen and there's difficult circumstances. It doesn't mean that we don't have histories to deal with, because we all have histories to deal with. We all have experiences, some of them very traumatic, and they don't have to define us. And that's the beautiful thing, is at any moment we can choose not to have our history define us, no matter what it was. So, someone who's a member of our community sent me a blog. And this was a blog in the Huffington Post. It was written by Craig and Mark Kielberger, who are the co-founders of the We Movement. And I asked this person if I could share this blog, because it's about him. And he goes, yeah, great. I said, great, I really want to talk about it next Sunday, because it's a great way to illustrate how we can rise above our circumstances. And he goes, fantastic, but I won't be there. I'm like, oh, okay. So I wasn't going to do it, but I wanted him to be here, but I feel, it just feels right to share his story. And the blog is called Empathy is Needed in the Face of Addiction. In a mental holdover from the 1980s war on drugs, addicts are still judged for their circumstances, expected to just say no, and exert more willpower. This person, I'll tell you who it is at the end, took his first drink when he was 2 years old. His father was an angry man and a drinker himself. He was raised on beer. When this person was 7, his mother was diagnosed with a severe case of scleroderma, an autoimmune disorder. Every year, doctors would amputate parts of her hands and feet as her blood stopped circulating. While his mother wasted away and his father drank, this person found comfort in one substance after another, eventually turning to cocaine and heroin. I did it all. The sober 50-year-old says unflinchingly of a lifetime of addiction, stemming from early experiences of abuse and neglect. Now, a peer support worker for others struggling with mental health and addiction, his story illustrates the undeniable connection between trauma, mental health, and dependence that is too often ignored in favor of judgment or contempt. He wasn't able to say no. His willpower didn't stand a chance against his circumstance. He was fired from every job he ever had, kicked out of every apartment, spent time living on the streets, passing fake checks for money to eat or get high. Faced with prison time for forgery, he got the right kind of rehab instead of punishment. He confronted a history of emotional abuse from his father and the pain of watching his mother die. He learned to face his trauma, identify his triggers, and have empathy for those who have caused him pain, and to forgive himself. It was meant to be. Every sip, every drug, every experience was preparing me for this. His current role is with the Mood Disorder Association of Ontario in Toronto. His journey gives others hope that they too can come out on the other side. He knows that trauma can be healed. I feel there's hope, he tells us, giving us hope in return. So that person is Rustin Baldwin, our drummer, who's not here today, who does remarkable things in the world, who gives of his time, who no longer defines himself by his circumstances, has risen above the trauma to know and affirm and embody who he is. So the next time you see him, give him a really big hug. And know that every single person has a story. And their story is real. Their story is valid. We get into comparing. One story is, more traumatic than the others. Yes, he has a very traumatic story, but we all have a story. Yeah, we do, don't we? And to start looking at yourself as a successful, incredible being with something to offer the world. Because when somebody's down at the very, very bottom, it looks like, what would that person have to give? And we all have our judgments and assessments about that. And today I ask you to let that go. Let it go. And know that no matter what somebody's circumstances are, we are spirit. At the very core of us, yes, we have all these things that happen to us, but they do not have to define us. And we certainly do not have to listen. Okay, I gotcha. That must be in the back kitchen. I'm thinking it can't be upstairs. Do not let circumstances, which Ernest Holmes calls conditions, define who you are. Because the moment we do that, what happens is we glob onto that idea, and then it goes into we impress that into our subconscious mind. And then, darn it all, it shows up again. And we then prove it. Oh my gosh, it must be true. I must be a loser because look at all these circumstances showing up. Until you decide, no, I know something much bigger than this. And this is where we all have the power, is to take a look at that and go, I am making a conscious choice to no longer have that define me. Because I know who I am. And are you willing to walk on the streets of Toronto or wherever you are online and say, I know who I am? I know. I wouldn't go around yelling that on the streets, but just to walk down and really embody it and go, yep, I know who I am. I am spirit. I am love. I am peace. I am infinite potential. I am infinite possibility. And I have the power within me to choose something different. To choose something different. You do not have to be defined by your circumstances. And I think I've known Rustin for a while. I knew a little bit of his story, so I knew what he was overcoming. I didn't know the whole story, like what I just read to you. But it's like, use him as a benchmark. If he can overcome and rise above and step into knowing who he is and offer the world, offer people an incredible amount of hope, then you can too. You can. So are you willing to affirm with me right here, right now? I know who I am. I know who I am. Yes, I am spirit. I am spirit. I want you to hear it. want to hear you say that. I am spirit. I am spirit. Namaste. Thank you. So we are going to stand up and sing, I release and let go. Oh my gosh. Release and let it all go. Let it go as the baskets go around. And please take what you have to offer the center today and hold it in your hands. Bless it from your heart. We gratefully receive and accept what you have to offer today. And for those of you online, there is an online donate button. If you're so moved to donate to the center, thank you. All righty, take it away.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And this is what I have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit from my life, and my heart is open wide. Said I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. Said my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Come on up, Lori.
There are so many loving blessings in these baskets, and I am grateful for each and every person here who contributes to the financial success of this center, and for any prayer requests that are included here. I know that it is done and it is good. And together we say,
And so it is.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. Said my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only
Aiden Farrell and the band. You guys rock. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! I also want to say thank you to Linda Visosky. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they looked great on camera all day. Woo! Thank you, Linda. And thank you to Tom and Marjorie for greeting this morning, and for Marjorie and Linda for doing the collection. In our bookstore, we have Mark Hux and Rebecca. Sandra, thank you for setting up this morning. After service cleanup, we have a new person. She's not a new person. She's just been reborn. No, we have a new volunteer joining our volunteer team, and that is Spirit Weight. Thank you so much. She's going to help Margaret Ann clean up today. On sound, we have Wesley. On Jim, we have camera. On camera, we have Jim. Oh, Jim. I was thinking, I had two thoughts going through my head at the same time. I was thinking, oh good, Jim's not leaving because he still will be on camera, as well as thanking Jim for being on camera today. All right, moving right along. Let me dig myself out here. Meditation. Ellen Neal, thank you so much for your beautiful meditation this morning. Lori Leckwold, thank you for your words of wisdom today. Beautiful. Woo-hoo. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Our community practitioner today is Judy Southern, right? Right, oh, okay, Judy Southern. So if you want to shift anything in mind, go see Judy. She is an experienced, brilliant practitioner. She'll be in the back room there. And thank you to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of you online. We'll see you next week. And we're going to finish off the day with Rome by the B-52s.